We've all seen them driving on the roads all over the country. Cars that boldly advertise on their back windows that you can buy a new car for just 699 Rand per month. And it says you can do this without needing to pay a deposit or residual. About 29,000 people have bought a new car this way and have been left stranded. Was the whole deal just a big scam?
I have never received a cent back for the advertising. Not 1 cent. I think it is a scam, and I think they are targeting the kind of lower income bracket person.
Satinsky had stopped paying many customers, now they've stopped paying all of them.
The chances are very remote to get anything out of Satinsky. Satinsky is a company that's likely to disappear overnight.
Albert Venter is the founder and owner of the company, which has now done in nearly 30,000 people. He lives an excessively lavish lifestyle, while he leaves behind a trail of financial destruction for ordinary South Africans. Special Assignment has received numerous complaints that some people are being done in by the buy a new car for 699 deal. We've done a bit of research and found hundreds of more complaints on the consumer complaint website Hello Peter, as well as a special Facebook group that has been set up for people who have been done in by this deal. We think this deserves to be looked into. I've seen these deals advertised all over the place, and I've always wondered what it's all about and how it could be possible to get a new car at these low prices. The adverts I've seen advertise new cars from $499, $599, $699 and $799 a month. The companies which advertise these deals are Drive Car Sales, Just Group Africa and Agera Cars. They all fall under one company, Satinsky 128, founded and owned by Albert Venter. As of this month, Satinsky suddenly and without notice cancelled all 29,000 customer contracts. I find these two videos on the Blue Lakes website, which explains the two deals available. Satinsky says that Blue Lakes in Hong Kong is the mother company running the car scheme, and they are responsible for the payments.
Introducing Earn While You Own, an initiative by Blue Lakes Trading and Promotions.
Typically, our message would read, drive a new car from 799 Rand per month. SMS a keyword to 35393. The keyword on your car is a unique code that is dedicated to you. Any vehicle that is sold from SMSs sent via your code will result in you receiving a whopping 3,000 Rand per sale.
Another video then describes the other option available.
Blue Lakes Trading and Promotions Limited. Earn while you drive. If the price of your car was 100,000 Rand and the advertised installment 899 Rand over 72 months, with the interest rate at 11.5% and assuming that you drove the full 2,000 kilometers, then your monthly installment would be 1,910 Rand and 80 cents and your advertising fee 1,011 Rand 80 cents.
So to summarize the videos, with Earn While You Own, you put the branding on your car. You then drive around with the advertising to get a standard 570 Rand a month. If someone SMSs the unique code on the back of your car to the number stated, and if the sale is successful, you will earn a commission of 3,000 Rand per sale. With Earn While You Drive, you again put the branding on your car. The kilometers you drive are proportional to how much you get paid. If you drive over 2,000 kilometers per month, you can make about 1,500 Rand back in advertising fees. Full financing is still done through the banks. Before I've even started shooting my story, I've come across 3 cars with the 699 deal in the SABC parking lot alone. That makes me think that this deal must be quite popular, and it makes me wonder how many people are being done in. Meeting with Liesl Barclay seems like the best place to start, as she's responsible for getting some mass action started against Satinsky and Blue Lakes. She's opened a group on Facebook called I've Been Done In by the Drive a New Car for 699 deal. It currently has over 2,000 members.
At the end of last year, my contract was cancelled, beginning December. My contract is on my mother's name though, but I carry the payments. And then I went on to Hello Peter, and I saw there were a lot of people complaining of the same thing, and also complaining of not receiving payments and of being short paid. And I thought, well, let's all get together so that we can discuss it with each other. If we can complain as a mass, it gives us a better chance to get something done, as opposed to just complaining as an individual. Most of the people who joined the Facebook group either had their contracts cancelled altogether, or they have not been paid for 1 or many months, or they've been short paid. I don't think it has helped really for people to get back pay, but I think it has helped people to get answers and just to understand how the contract works and how these companies operate.
Satinsky has come across as being desperate to have the group closed down.
They became aware of the Facebook group, and then they phoned me back, and they wanted to negotiate the reinstatement of my contract. However, they said that they would not be willing to negotiate any back payment or any reinstatement of my contract if I don't close the Facebook group. And then I said to them, well, I'm not going to close the Facebook group, so let's leave it at that then. The company is definitely watching what's going on in the group. They've got spies who are claiming to be unhappy customers who are members of the groups and are reporting everything to the company. Because whenever there's a controversial post, for example, when the pictures of the plane were posted, they would immediately jump on their phones and phone whoever was responsible for that post. I think they're actually being intimidated to leave the group in order to not have their contracts cancelled.
Satinsky and Blue Lakes have blamed the breakdown of the deal on people committing fraud when it comes to submitting proof they have driven with the advertising. They say the Facebook group is facilitating this fraud.
There was one lady who said she and her husband took 3 years' pictures, and they were just going to take pictures of the odometer every month and then use those predated pictures or post-dated pictures. However, we did remove her from the group sometime afterwards. It's quite strange for us that they say that we are using the group to facilitate fraud, as that was just one member's suggestion.
I've come to Cape Town to meet with 67-year-old Brenda, who says she's been done in by the buy a car for 699 deal. She's had the car for 3 years and says she hasn't received 1 cent from the company. She says this has left her in a dire financial situation.
I can't afford 2,600 Rand a month. I'm a widow. I have a mentally handicapped child. She has Down syndrome. She's lovely. Quite a handful, but I have to put her in arrears because of my age. I have to work. At my age, work is not so easy to find, and it's left me in a terrible position.
Brenda has since removed the stickers due to the non-payment and because she says they obscure her vision while driving.
This sounded quite nice, 699 Rand, no deposit, no residual. I couldn't buy the car as I am blacklisted, so my daughter bought it for me. It was delivered. You had to do 2,000 Ks a month, which I did. Then take the pictures of the speedometer, both sides, back and front, on a digital camera with the time and date, which I did. Everything was sent in. I have never received a cent back for the advertising, not 1 cent. I should have got 1,400 Rand a month back for advertising.
Brenda was initially on Earn While You Drive. She later changed to Earn While You Own, but hasn't received a cent from either option.
Kim, my daughter, kept getting these SMSs to say, if you swap to the other option, you would have just got 3,000 Rand today. And she would get at least 2 of these SMSs. Oh, another one is just, SMS'd on your number. But when she swapped options, the SMSs stopped. And we've never had 3,000 Rand. I have tried contacting them. My daughter has tried to contact them, but to no avail. Nobody comes back to you. It really is fraudulent. Don't touch it.
We then go and meet with Renal Swanepoel, who asked us to change her name for her protection. She trained to be a sales agent with Satinsky and during this time had to complete 100 sales applications, but she says she was never paid for her work.
We were told, you're going to get commissions. Nobody would go and work for a place and not get paid. I mean, you've got to be totally insane to do that. And that, at the end of the day, that is what just totally, I don't know. How do you go back and tell your family, right, I've been working for 3 months, but I haven't been earning anything, but the deals are coming in?
Renal explains what kind of man Albert Venter was to work for. It's going to be apparently now.
We're very strict in the use of language. Not very desirable, the way he talks to the staff and the agents of us that were there. I just got the idea that to work directly underneath him wasn't going to work too well.
She also tells Special Assignment about how customer complaints were blatantly ignored by Satinsky.
If people phoned in, they were given a ticket number for a complaint. It was written in the book. Those pages, the duplicate copies, were still sitting in the books days after that. Never been given to anybody to sort out. And I feel that is wrong. These people have taken this company. It's the desperate people that are approaching these companies for cars, and they, at the end of the day, are the ones that who can't even get rid of the car if they wanted to.
I then meet with Simon Lapping, who's a consumer activist who's taken it upon himself to help those who've been done in by the 699 deal, Satinsky and Albert Venter.
What I've noticed in particular, because I've actually gone and analysed most of the members of the groups to see a bit about their background, and what I've picked up is they are really ordinary, hardworking South Africans that really just need a gap and a chance to be able to improve themselves, and hence why they went for this deal. $6.99. Who's not going to try and buy a motor car at that rate? And it's unfortunate that they have been exploited. The chances are very remote to get anything out of Satinsky. Satinsky is a company that's likely to disappear overnight. The problem is what I found, especially in South Africa, is a lot of people don't stand together. And there's a lot of people that are fragmented because it affects everybody right across the country. It's very difficult to try and coordinate such an action. So the only other recourse that I can see really is they have to go and question the loan agreement that they have with the banks.
Since Satinsky has notified its customers that they'll no longer receive payment due to the company cancelling its contract with Blue Lakes in Hong Kong, all queries are being redirected to the mother company. Yet, no customers have ever managed to make contact with the company over the years, and Special Assignment has yet to verify the company's existence. Special Assignment has been tirelessly contacting people in Hong Kong to verify whether Blue Lakes Trading and Promotions is in fact an operational company or just a shelf company. Shelf companies are merely a company name that is registered, but nothing more, and it's not operational. Thousands of these companies exist in Hong Kong. We eventually reach a company, Bridges Executive Centre, which is situated on the 20th floor of the Central Tower in Hong Kong, on the same floor as Blue Lakes. So we asked them to verify whether Blue Lakes was there and if they could possibly give us a contact for the company or get us someone to speak to. The lady we spoke to told us that Bridges is no longer a service provider to Blue Lakes. When asked what that means, we were told that Bridges was merely supplying what they termed business support to Blue Lakes to allow them to use their address. Suddenly, we've made a big leap in confirming that this company is just a name which was renting the address of another company. So then where was the owner of Satinsky, Albert Venter, going Every time customers were told that he was meeting with Blue Lakes to discuss non-payments. And since he meets with the people running Blue Lakes often, wouldn't he be able to give us contact details for these people and show us a contract between Satinsky and Blue Lakes? We call Mr. Venter to ask him some questions.
Hello?
Hi, is that...
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Is this Albert Venter?
Yeah, it's Albert Venter speaking.
Oh, hi Albert. You're speaking to Rochelle. I work for Special Assignment.
Yes.
And I've been doing a story about the drive car sales and the deal for 699.
Yeah.
Because we've received quite a lot of complaints that they're not being paid properly. I wanted to organize an interview with you just so you can respond to some of the allegations.
Rochelle, send me your business card and you can talk to our media guy. And what you do, set your questions up front and we'll answer what you want to ask us.
Okay. Could I rather speak to you though, Albert, rather than the media person?
No, you talk to my guys. I've got guys that specialize in this, Rochelle.
Yeah, but the questions are more specific towards you since you're the one who started the companies.
Rochelle, I'll have my people there. Send me the questions, email me the questions, and we'll come back to you and we'll tell when we can talk to you. Where did you got my number, Rochelle?
I'm not allowed to say.
It's a private number. I don't phone you on your private number unless we're friends or it's a business thing or that we've done business before. Please, I would like to know where you got my number.
Well, Mr. Venter, from as far as I understand, you've been calling a lot of the people on the group yourself, complaining about stuff and making threats. So I think you should use your own warnings.
And tell her that she doesn't publish my private stuff. So please, Rochelle, send us your emails by in writing, and I'll get my people to respond.
So the questions are drafted and sent off to Albert Venter, but we never get a response as was promised. Before we contacted Albert Venter, we were looking into his flashy lifestyle, which many people on Facebook have alluded to, as well as his past employees. He owns 5 luxury sports cars worth tens of millions of rands.
I actually worked with one of his nieces and we heard that he's got this mansion, and he came to a function after he'd presented us with the Consumer Protection Act. He came there with his very, very flashy Ferrari with base seats and down roof and very, very snazzy sports car. You know, I feel if you're going to be able to afford to drive a car like that and live the lifestyle, don't do other people in with a little bit that they're scraping together to afford one of those cars. And he just lives the life.
When one of Venter's managers posted about his red Ferrari on Facebook and the 699 customers got hold of it, many of Venter's family and friends started to defriend each other and delete their Facebook accounts to try and eliminate any trail back to Venter and his lifestyle. Special Assignment visited the luxury equestrian estate in which Albert Venter lives. Venter's house is listed as costing 11.5 million rand and is surrounded by many other houses of the same value. But as we drive past Venter's house, we cannot catch a glimpse of the mansion because the walls and trees block our view. I'm outside the offices of Satinsky, where I'm here to try and find Albert Venter, to try and get answers to some of the questions I've sent him. I've sent him numerous requests, he hasn't replied, and so we're here at the offices today to see if we can get some answers.
Can you identify yourself? Do something to prove our identification then?
Yes, I'm Rochelle from Special Assignment at SABC.
From Special Assignment?
Yes. They said that they're calling someone to come and speak to me, so we'll see if they let us in.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm good. I'm Tasha.
Yes.
I'm one of the customer care consultants.
Okay.
The person that you have to speak to is Sianda Zuma. The directors are not here. It's only the consultants working here. So you're going to have to call Sianda Zuma and make an appointment with him. He's the spokesperson for Satinsky.
But I want to speak to Mr. Venter directly.
I don't even know where Mr. Fender is.
Because
I don't have his
I've spoken
number
to
or
him about 3 times now to try to get an interview with him, and he keeps saying he'll reply, but he doesn't.
Mr. Fender does not work from this office.
Which office?
Special Assignment contacted Siyanda Zuma, spokesperson for Satinsky, that day, and again we were promised a response to our questions, but Zuma never got back to us.
And the director, we don't.
I've come to Satinsky here in Pretoria to try and find Mr. Albert Venter, the owner of the company, to get some answers to my questions, but I was told he wasn't here. I was then told that they would speak to 2 of the directors inside the company, but a few minutes later they came out saying that those 2 directors weren't here. But we have some people who were inside the office who can say otherwise. You say you were inside the office speaking to Mr. Coogan Woodley.
For sure. I was sitting there for about 2 hours waiting for him to help me.
And did Mr. Coogan Woodley manage to help you in any way?
He basically, all that he said was that he'll be with me just now. He's waiting for Conrad and they'll sort it out just now. I just have to hang on.
And I understand that this isn't the first time you've come to the offices to try and get answers since the contracts were cancelled.
I've been here on Friday as well and we had the same responses. And they actually made a promise saying that they'll phone us today with solutions, and nothing happened.
I understand you were also speaking to Mr. Coogan Woodley.
Yes, I was there about hour and a half there. And I spoke to him, but there wasn't a satisfying answer. You know, they just says there's just group is closed and they can't do anything about it. That's it.
So what is your way forward?
We'll decide. Maybe we'll get some advice from the legal people, and then we'll take forward from there.
It's clear to me that the story still requires some digging, and we'll continue to do so. In part 2, we'll question the banks about their role in the whole 699 saga. We'll try and help consumers find solutions to their desperate situations, and we'll continue to try and track down Blue Lakes and Albert Venter for answers to our questions.